Hi, this is Jason Snell from Macworld. We just finished our Best of Show presentation for the first time on stage with 11 winners for the Best of Show products for Macworld Expo. So we're going to show you videos from 9 of those winners, and then when we're done, I'll come back and tell you who the other 2 winners were.
There are lots of iPod speakers out there. There are plenty of devices that will let you use your iPod as an alarm clock. One of the most innovative that we've seen is the George from Chestnut Hill Sound. What's really cool about it is the control panel. It's a detachable control panel, so you can use it as a remote, which means you can control it from the room, from across the room. But not just things like play or pause. You can actually select playlists, artists, or songs. There's a remote docking station, so you can recharge the thing, so you can keep the remote control over by your favorite chair. It's really unusual. It really sets it apart from all the other alarm clock speaker systems out there for the iPod.
There's been a lot of talk about tablet Macs for many years. You know, people have been really interested in this idea. Why doesn't Apple make a tablet Mac? Well, Axiatron and OWC decided not to wait, and they decided to make their own. And the ModBook is a combination of a standard Apple MacBook and other components to make an actual tablet Mac. What you do is you buy a MacBook from them, you choose what kind of stuff you want in it, which processor, what extras you want, and then they take the guts of the computer, they take the top of it off, and they replace it with a screen, a touch-sensitive screen, and give you a pen, and you get your own tablet Mac, the ModBook. And they save the eyesight from the top of the screen, actually, because they do use that in there, so you do have an eyesight built in. And one of the other really cool features is that 2 of the models actually have GPS built into it, and so they've added some antennas on the top. Because the case is so hard and such a good metal, it blocks a lot of the signals, so they add their own antennas for Bluetooth, for Wi-Fi, and also for GPS. So for people that have been waiting for a tablet Mac, Axiatron and OWC have finally come out with something, and it'll cost you about twice as much as the MacBook on its own, but I guarantee you if you walk down the street with one of these, people are going to want to know what it is.
This past year, Mac users finally stopped hating and started tolerating Windows. Thanks to new technologies like Boot Camp and Parallels Desktop, Mac users have lots more options. New to Parallels Desktop this year include USB 2.0 support, real drag and drop capabilities, and the ability to use Boot Camp partitions to run multiple copies of the same version of Windows. And what ties it all together for Parallels Desktop is coherence mode, which lets you experience Windows with all the beauty of the Mac OS. See, we can all get along.
Some programs are nearly as important to the Mac platform as the operating system itself, and one of those is Adobe Photoshop. Over the past year, a lot of creative professionals have held off buying an Intel Mac until they knew they had an Intel version of Photoshop to go with it. So it's hard to exaggerate the importance of Photoshop CS3 to the Mac community. In fact, Adobe took the somewhat unprecedented step of releasing a free beta for current Photoshop users. But the new version of Photoshop isn't just about Intel. It has new non-destructive smart filters, which let you create filters, edit them, delete them without ever adjusting the pixels underneath. There's a quick selection brush, which lets you brush on your selection, and it tries to find the edge of the selection for you. Improved black and white controls, and auto alignment for multiple photos so that you can paint in images from different photos, and a new version of Camera Raw that includes a lot of the features from Lightroom. It's really exciting for Mac users, and I've been using it and I love it. I think it has a lot of potential.
Next to my email program and my web browser, the application I probably use the most is Roxio's Toast. And they always do a really good job with it, and I'm really excited with the new update, Toast 8, that's just coming out. It adds a lot of really cool new features, but just a couple of them to touch on here. It adds Blu-ray support, So we can burn up to 50 gigabytes of data onto, or video onto a Blu-ray DVD. And it also allows you to use a rewritable Blu-ray disc, sort of as like a removable drive. You can just drag and drop files onto it to copy things on there. It adds disc cataloging, so you can scan your discs and then you can go back and find them whenever you need them. It adds a bunch of the features from Roxio's old product Jam, including professional crossfades for doing DJ-style audio. And Toast 8 is actually the official way of using TiVo to go on the Mac. So if you have a Series 2 TiVo and you have it networked and you want to get your content from your TiVo onto your Mac, Toast 8 provides the TiVo to go software that you'll need to do that. And then the other thing that they really did a good job with in this update is improving the interface. They moved some tabs around, they simplified things, and they just made it overall an easier program to deal with and to find, you know, when you're switching between audio burning and video and data. And it's a really great upgrade, and I'm really looking forward to playing with it, and I'll probably be using it every day as well.
This year, Aspire brings Prey to the Mac. Prey is an engaging first-person shooter rated M for mature, with some innovative new features. In Prey, you're a Native American, Cherokee to be exact, who has to save his girlfriend and the world from aliens by calling upon some ancient powers and some big guns. What's innovative about Prey is that it utilizes some new features not seen in other first-person shooters, such as Spirit Mode, where you can sneak up on your enemies, and Death Walking, a mini-game within the game. When you die, you have to battle your way back to life again. It's interesting features like these that will surely be replicated by other game makers and sets Prey apart from the crowd.
I've always loved the professional series of monitors from NEC. The 90 series, we've got several of them on our desks at Macworld, just like them a lot. And one of the things I love the most about them is how flexible they are. They can go up, down, they can pivot, back and forth. It's great. You can take them off the stands and hang them on a Visa mount. This year they've done something new. They've brought in a new size, 26 inches, 1920 by 1200 resolution. They've also upped the pixel response time, so your gamers will be happy to know that it's a 6.5 millisecond gray-to-gray response time. And the viewing angle on here is just great. You can have 6 of your coworkers gather around you and you'll all be seeing the exact same thing. I'm excited to get one in.
I'm always trying to get organized, but I'm incredibly lazy. And, you know, I acknowledge that and I can accept that. So I was pretty excited to see the IntelliScanner Mini. This device, which is about the size of a fob for your car, you can take it anywhere with you. It has a memory chip in it, and you can scan all of your books, DVDs, your wine collection, should you have a wine collection, comic books, anything that has a barcode on it. You can scan with this device and then plug it into your Mac via USB, and it will keep track of everything that you own. It comes with software, in fact, a bundle of software, Kitchen Companion, so if you want to keep track of your groceries and your shopping list, Media Collector for DVDs and books. There's Comic Collector for your comic book collection, Wine Collector, and Home Assets for insurance purposes. And instead of having to bring everything to your Mac now to scan, you can actually just take this device and scan it as you walk around your house, which it's much easier.
I think the Mac community will be very excited to see the return of Adobe Premiere. It has always been a great favorite video editing app amongst video professionals, teachers, multimedia designers, you name it. It's been gone from the Mac since 2002, but now it's back. It's back in a Pro version, and it's Intel only. And it will finally give the Mac community some choices and competition for Final Cut Pro, for instance, and also for iMovie. Users are going to look forward to some innovations in the new Premiere, which includes speed, new interface design, and also the advantages of being part of the Adobe suite with After Effects and Flash and Adobe Photoshop and Illustrator and all of the other integration that Adobe specializes in.
So those were 9 of our winners. We have 2 others. They're from Apple, the Apple TV and the iPhone, and you're probably familiar with both of those. You can go to our website if you want to know more about those or any of these other products. Congratulations to all the winners, and we hope to see even more cool products next year at Macworld Expo.